This episode of Tekzilla is brought to you by Domain.com.
Hey, it's time to get our HD Nation on. Today we're going to take a look at LG's 6200 series Cinema 3D television. We're looking at actually the 55-inch edition, the 6200 series 3D televisions. They sport a sweet new design from LG. I really dig it. They also have something called the Magic Remote and some special sauce for gamers out there.
This is like a naughty toy you'd buy in a shop for adults.
Well, that's something. That says more about
stylish.
how you think, Ben.
Probably. Well, it's funny. It's a very it's supposed to be ergonometric.
I agree. It is very comfortable to hold, and despite what some people have said in reviews I've seen elsewhere, surprisingly accurate to use that remote on this TV in order to either pick out. In this case, you're using the built-in web browser to actually pick content and surf the web. Not bad. I own a Wii at home, and I have to say this controller is on par with the accuracy I get out of a Wii controller. And this is on an HD screen, and this comes with the television, which is pretty cool. And like I said, too, this TV also incorporates some special sauce for video gamers. However, if I have one complaint about it, I would say some of its colors are as such that I would not recommend it to videophiles. But not bad for control right there. This is the 55-inch model, the 55 LM6200 to be exact. And it also, $1,500 online for this particular model. LG's 6200 series, they extend the ranges and sizes from 32 inches on up to the increasingly popular 65-inch screen size. Tech-wise, we're talking about an edge-lit LED design, 3D capable, of course, built-in Wi-Fi, DLNA. It even includes some ISF, the Imaging Science Foundation's day and night presets. So if you bring a calibrator in to dial your set in, you can actually set it up for daytime and nighttime viewing. Pretty cool. As Pat continues to play with the Magic Remote, I gotta say, I really liked it. It made setup fast and easy, which was really nice to have. And the intro tutorial was actually really good on this TV for going over the basics in terms of using the remote with the TV and what the TV is actually capable of. One of the features I mentioned specifically for gamers is something called Dual Play. We saw this at CES back in January. What is it? Well, essentially, it lets two people each have a distinct view of the screen at the same time. So with 3D, you're looking at basically two distinct 2D images.
By wearing 3D glasses.
In this case, special
you would see
3D
your
images.
version of the game. I would see my version of the game.
Totally.
At a reduced brightness, at a reduced resolution, but the two of us could have completely separate experiences while looking at the screen at the same time.
Totally. Now,
if we're wearing 3D glasses.
Exactly. Now, what games actually support this for your Xbox 360 or PS3? I don't know yet. And if you are using this feature right now, let us know. You can hit us up at hdnation@revision3.com or tekzilla@revision3.com. Tweet at G+ at Facebook. You know what to do. Benchmark-wise, this is where I really had to say that, well, I would probably consider other TVs. Kind of sad in terms of just color, and specifically color. The 6200's grayscale. It was blue lacking. Actually, this is with the normal color temperature. With its cinema preset, this is how the grayscale ended up looking. Everything, when you mix red, blue, and green, it should target ideally right at 100%. This is targeting a pretty warm color temperature, so to speak, a little extra red in the picture. This was with the default preset, and when I switched it over to a normal preset to see if that would help correct it, it just simply made blue more heavy in this case.
Okay, I look at the big line of blue there, and I think that's the wall of televisions in the big box store trying to pop.
Totally.
But the warm settings, what's going? I mean, I've never seen that's off the chart.
It is, and it wouldn't be so bad if it were correctable. And that's really the big problem I had with this set is it provides an impressive amount of picture controls related to color and grayscale control. Neat knobs to twist, lots of them. However, I went crazy twisting all these knobs, and they weren't very effective at optimizing that grayscale. Getting white to be the neutral shade, and not in this case a slightly reddish shade for cinema, or in the normal mode a slightly bluish shade. Likewise, the TV's color management system also provides an incredible amount of knobs, but it also proved ineffective. In particular, green on this TV is shifted a little toward yellow and not as blue as it should look. And there was really no way to correct that out of the box.
Is there a possibility that it's a problem with our particular sample, or do you think it's just an overall issue with the entire line?
I would say, based on what I've seen in other particular models, same series, I think it's built into the TV itself. It would be nice if they could go back and revisit the firmware in the TV to see if they could possibly even things out a little bit. I will say though, the results they are spiking specific colors in the grayscale, like red or blue, depending on which of the color presets you go with. However, they are consistent across the board. These aren't wildly varying, especially from 20 to 100 in this case. If these were completely different across the board going all the way across, that'd be a far worse scenario than it would be, at least in this case, where they're relatively similar colors.
So this sounds like they tuned this television for people who probably aren't videophiles and probably are going to look at this, hit the standard settings, and go, wow, that looks great compared to my old 720.
Yeah. You're going to get a bright picture out of the LM6200. LG's Cinema 3D series television. The design is impressive. A beautiful stand, swivel base, thin bezel relatively. Also, the Magic Remote. Pretty cool stuff in all the apps I need. Although, where's Amazon Prime?
That's
Instant Video.
the only one missing.
That's the only one. Otherwise, the app selection is great. Performance, it's surprisingly off spec. I wanted better color performance out of it. If I were sitting in my living room and Martin Scorsese or Scott or Cameron walked in and saw me viewing one of their movies on this TV, I'd probably throw a sheet over it real quick just so they wouldn't be going, what's going on with that picture? Right? That's not one of my approved TVs. But like we said, for non-critical viewing, video gaming and the like, this is a pretty decent TV in design.
I got to say, this is also the first time I've ever seen an advertisement while I was trying to download an additional app for an HDTV.
You're gonna get your blueberry banana nut oatmeal on at McDonald's.
It's freaking me out, people.
But good. But if you're a color aficionado, if you're a calibrator, you're gonna find this a very difficult TV to perfect. Otherwise, solid.
There you have it. More HDTV reviews coming up next week. Right now, though, let's take a moment to thank one of our sponsors. Publishing a new blog, showcasing your portfolio, starting a new business? Domain.com is the best place to go for your next great idea. Seriously, you need a new domain name? Go with a .com. A .com is the original. We all know it's the best. Globally understood and immediately gives credibility to your website no matter what name you choose. No like .who, .what, .where, .did that country just go what? Plus, if you want to invest in and sell domains, .coms have the highest aftermarket value. Find a new .com domain at domain.com. We on the show here like domain.com because they're affordable, reliable, and easy to use. Plus, domain.com's active social media presence on Twitter, just tweet at domain.com, and great customer service make it a fun place to do business. We have an awesome coupon code for you, 20% discount off domain.com's already low prices. Normally, domain.com has 15% discounts, but since they're back on Tekzilla, they're bumping up the coupon to 20% off for a limited time. Use the coupon code Tekzilla when you check out at domain.com. That's 20% off, folks, big time savings. Don't forget, give the Tekzilla coupon some love. When you think domain names, think domain.com, and that's a .com.